How does animal communication and healings affect pets' lives and their people? This is an interview with Christy. Hi, I'm Cindy Richardson. I'm an international animal communicator and intuitive healer, and today I have my friend Christy here, and we're going to talk about animal communication and how it's done things for your dogs and in your life.
Yeah, definitely. So I think in the beginning I was a little bit skeptic about it, and I kind of thought it was like, kind of palm reading type business, and so I really wasn't interested in it. But then when I started having some health issues with my dogs, who are like my children, I kind of thought it was time to give you a call. And you had been recommended by friends, so I felt kind of safe giving you a call.
So I've been doing sessions for her since 2003, I think it was. And do you want to share your babies?
Yeah, so the first one is Lily. She was my first foster failure. She's in jammies because she was sick. And then the other one I'm going to be sharing about is Gracie. And we had her for about a year and a half. She was in renal failure when we got her. And then last but not least, we have Daisy and Tucker. They were friends. So the first three dogs, which are Daisy, Tucker, and Lily, were the ones that Cindy first read.
Okay. So I've also talked to your babies in heaven too. What has that meant to you? I mean, does it change how you felt about them, or how you felt like you were still in connection with them?
It's really interesting that you said that, because I remember when you first suggested it, it kind of made me feel uncomfortable because I felt like, oh yeah, this is just too weird. But then I think the more that I talked to you, the more I felt at peace, because I always feel like God created so many of these wonderful animals and nobody really knows what happens to them after they die. We all talk about it, but we never really know about it. So I think that kind of gave me a lot of peace to know, all these little things he's created, whatever it is, I think they all go back to him in the end. So I kind of felt like, they're back where they belong with their creator. So that gave me a lot of peace and comfort, definitely.
Oh, I'm glad to know that. Is there any other thing that you wanted to share, or stories about our years together communicating with your pets?
I gotta tell people don't believe in this stuff, but I think the thing that really clinched it for me and my husband was the very first three sessions you did with Daisy, Tucker, and Lily. So you had asked all three dogs, well, what's your favorite thing to do? So most people say, oh, they're dogs, anybody could just pick out things that dogs like to do, right? Whatever. But you nailed it, because you asked Daisy, what's your favorite thing to do? And she said, I like to lick things. And I'm thinking, okay, first of all, what dog would say I like to lick things? But a dog that really likes to lick things, she'd lick the carpet, she'd lick her toys, she'd lick her feet, she'd lick asphalt, she'd lick everything. So I was like, wow, okay, so Cindy nailed that one. So I'm thinking, what about Tucker? So then you ask Tucker, and he says, I like to fetch. And I was all, oh my gosh, she totally nailed it. He loves to fetch. That's all he thinks about is chasing the ball, chasing this, chasing that. Well, then Lily, who was my first foster failure, she didn't know how to be a dog. So she would just kind of sit and not know what to do with herself. And you asked her the same question. And she said, my favorite thing to do is be with my family, which was a total non-dog answer. And I went, oh my gosh, she totally nailed all three of these dogs. So when people say something to me like, oh yeah, an animal communicator, I've heard about that, that's just a bunch of hooey. And I'm like, you know what? It totally isn't, because she never met my dogs. And let me tell you, Facebook was not around then, so there's no way she could have known this.
So I didn't spy on you or anything.
Totally, there was no way for you to spy. So all I want to tell people is, if you want an opportunity to get to know your pets better, know what they're really thinking, not what you think they're thinking, you have to talk to an animal communicator, because it really gives your animals or your fur kids a voice. And Cindy is very gentle, very genuine, and all of my dogs have loved talking to her, and it's been a great experience. And anytime I have any health issues, I always call Cindy just to verify with what's going on with what my vet says, and you've always confirmed exactly what's going on. Oh, and one more thing, it's really super cool. So one of the questions that you were asking Lily was, how did she feel? So she had said that she had pain in her right ear. And we're like, okay, well, she's got pain in her right ear. The next time we take her to the vet, we'll have the vet look and see what's in her ear. So we had her teeth cleaned. She was under anesthesia. They looked in her right ear, and there was basically a petrified foxtail that was black with blood. And they said they didn't know how long it had been there. It was in her right ear. There was no way we could have known that, or we wouldn't have even checked your ears. Another confirmation that you are communicating with the animals. I mean, that's a total confirmation for us.
Thank you so much, Christy, for sharing all this. Thank you for coming and being my guest on YouTube.
My friend for all
I
these
know,
years,
huh?
too.
As I fall off the chair.
Yeah.
Please email out, like, share, subscribe, and repost away. Thank you.